Time now for the Bullpen Show, where we get a chance to warm up for today's Colfax Viking baseball game. Now, let's head out to the bullpen.
Hello and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and today we are finally going to get to see our 4-8 Colfax Vikings take on the 6-8 Spring Valley Cardinals, who are 6-6 in the Dunn-St Croix Conference. Now, this matchup was postponed back on April 20th, and we have our fingers crossed that Mother Nature will cooperate today. Now, coming into this week, the Vikings are coming off a 5-0 win over the Elmwood Plum City Wolves back on Thursday, and then a 16-6 loss to the Glenwood City Hilltoppers yesterday. Meanwhile, the Cardinals are coming off a 7-5 win over the Durand, Arkansas Panthers on Thursday, and an 11-1 loss to the Elk Mound Mounders yesterday. Now, coming up in today's bullpen show, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Vikings and the Cardinals. Then we'll get to know one of the Viking players in Viking Profile. Then we'll send it out to the ballpark for some exciting high school boys baseball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to the Bullpen Show on NLWN-TV.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
We're not powerless, so long as we don't lose sight of what's important.
Don't be afraid to seize that moment to talk to your friends.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space.
The first step on our new journey. You coming?
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
Welcome back to the bullpen, where we're getting warmed up for today's game between the Colfax Vikings and the Spring Valley Cardinals. Now, coming into this game, the Vikings are coming off a 5-0 win over the Elmwood Plum City Wolves back on Thursday, as well as a 16-6 loss to the Glenwood City Hilltoppers yesterday. Now, in the Viking game against the Elmwood Plum City Wolves, the Vikings took a 2-0 lead in the second inning and then rode the impressive pitching of Mason Yarrington, who went the distance to pick up his fourth win of the season. Leading the way at the plate for the Vikings in that game against the Wolves was senior Zach Hedola, who went 1 for 2 and also got on base by being hit by the pitch. He scored 2 runs and picked up an RBI. Also picking up a hit and scoring a run for the Vikings was Cade Anderson, Mason Yarrington, Drew Beekner, and Orion Nichols. Nichols picked up 2 RBI while Anderson drove in 1, and Grant Cook hit a sacrifice fly to drive in the other run. Yarrington threw 7 innings and allowed no runs to gain his 4th win and first shutout of the season. Leading the way for the Vikings in yesterday's losing effort to the Hilltoppers was Drew Beekner, who went 3 for 4 and scored 2 runs. Also scoring for the Vikings were Mason Yarrington, Zach Hedola, Connor Arntzen, and Ashton Coates. The Viking defense let the Vikes down, as only 5 of the 16 runs for the Hilltoppers were earned runs. The Cardinals come into today's game boasting a 6-9 overall record and are 6-6 in the Dunn-St Croix. So far this season, Spring Valley has been led at the plate by Cade Stashek, who's hitting at a .389 pace. Also effective at the plate for the Cardinals are Diego Schmidt and Caleb Bartko, who are hitting .283 and .262 respectively. On the mound, the Cardinals are being led by Caden Rubelia with a 3-1 record and a 3.19 ERA. He's followed by Schmidt, who has a 2-2 record with a 6.00 ERA. Now, the last time these two teams met was back on April 8th at Spring Valley, when the Cardinals came back in the bottom of the 7th to defeat the Vikings in walk-off fashion 7-6. Mason Yarrington led the way scoring for the Vikings with 2 runs, and he was followed by Cade Anderson, Drew Beekner, Zach Hedola, and Orion Nichols with 1 run each. Diego Schmidt scored twice for the Cardinals, followed by Wyatt Gavronsky, Trevor Forster, Cade Stashek, Caden Rubelia, and Caleb Bartko, who each tallied once. Now, on the season, leading the Vikings at the plate is freshman Grant Cook, who's sitting at a .258 average and has belted 1 home run. He's followed by Drew Beekner, who's batting .257 and leads the team in stolen bases with 14. Ryan Nichols has also belted a home run along with 2 doubles. Now on the mound, Yarrington is leading the way for the Vikings with a 4-win, 5-loss record and a 2.52 ERA. He has struck out 55 opponents in 41 2/3 innings pitched with a whip of 1.37. Zach Hedela follows with an ERA of 4.32 and a whip of 1.97. Now coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Viking players on Viking Profile. You're warming up in the bullpen on NLWN-TV.
If your estate isn't looking quite estate-like, let Midwest Environmental Consultants landscape your estate right up to snuff with installation of retaining walls, brick patios, foundation planting beds, and so much more. Then they'll keep it that way with their expert lawn care service. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your estate the showplace of the neighborhood.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we get to know one of this season's Colfax Viking players. And now Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're talking with Peyton Hover, who is a sophomore here at Colfax High School. And Peyton, we know that you play baseball, but what are some other activities you're involved with here at school?
I play football, and that's about it.
Okay, and when did you start playing baseball, and what kind of an experience has that been?
It's been a good experience. I started playing my 4th grade year, I think.
Okay. All right. So what's the most important thing that you've learned playing baseball?
It's a big mental game.
Okay. Got to keep your head clear and keep it in there.
Very clear.
Yeah, and if you think that pitcher's going to strike you out, that's exactly what he's going to do.
Yep.
Okay. So when you're not playing baseball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that interest you or keep you occupied?
I like hunting and fishing. It's about it.
Okay. All right, some rapid fire questions for you here.
Okay.
Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Cookies.
What kind?
Oatmeal raisin.
Okay. All right. A hot dog, burger, or brats?
Burger.
And what do you want on that burger?
Onion. We'll do raw onions, lettuce, bacon, cheese. That's it.
But I could see by the thought you put into it, your burger has got to be constructed, not just slopped together.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Your favorite color and why?
Pink, because it's bright.
Okay. All right. Now, if you could have a superpower, what do you think that might be?
Super fast.
Super fast. Okay. Steal base is better that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you had super speed for your superpower, of course, you have to have a superhero name to go with that. So what's Peyton's superhero name?
I don't know. I don't know.
I saw that look of panic come on your
I don't know what I do for, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, somebody will come up with a name for you, and you'll get one.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a baseball player that has inspired the way you play your game as you were growing up?
I can't think of his name right now. He played for the Orioles. I can't think of his name.
Okay. All right.
He's older, a lot older.
Okay.
He's retired.
Okay. All right. Do you remember your first major league game?
Yeah.
Is there any special thing that you remember from that, special memories? They say you never forget your first game.
I mean, I don't forget it, no. I mean, there wasn't really anything like super special. I mean, it's just a normal, ordinary game.
But it was a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, it was a cool experience.
Okay. All right. We're talking with Peyton Hover on Viking Profile. And Peyton, what are your plans for after high school? Bearing in mind, you're a sophomore, so you got plenty of time to change your mind.
I plan on working for my stepdad.
And what does he do?
He has his own welding company.
Okay. How about a shout out to the family?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Okay. When people come to Viking games, where are they going to find you on the field?
Either at short. Well, actually, it varies. I'll probably be pitching, maybe playing shortstop, maybe playing second.
Okay. All right. We want to thank Peyton Hover for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more of the Bullpen Show.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
C&K Construction is your source for high-quality concrete and construction work in the Chippewa Valley. Established in 2014, C&K Construction in Chippewa Falls is a leading concrete contractor proud to serve Eau Claire, Altoona, Menominee, and
walking away with the upset victory 10-7. And the Boyceville Bulldogs topped the Elmwood-Plum City Wolves 19-1. Now that leaves the Dunn-St. Croix Conference standings as follows. In first place are the Elk Mound Mounders with a perfect 12-0 record. In second place, we find the Mondovi Buffaloes 2.5 games back at 10-3. In third place are the Boyceville Bulldogs 3 games back at 9-3. In fourth place and 6 games out are the Spring Valley Cardinals. Fifth place finds a tie between the Colfax Vikings and the Durand, Arkansas Panthers at 4-8 and 8 games back. While seventh place is the Glenwood City Hilltoppers, 9 games back, and eighth place belongs to the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Tonight's game pitting the Vikings against the Spring Valley Cardinals is the only Dunn-St. Croix Conference game scheduled. However, 3 Dunn-St. Croix Conference teams will step out of conference play for some non-conference competition. The Oliva Strum Cardinals will visit the Mondovi Buffaloes for the battle along Highway 10, while the Boyceville Bulldogs will host the Augusta Beavers, and the Pepin Alma Eagles will face off against the Elmwood Plum City Wolves in Elmwood. The Vikings finally showed some signs that they were starting to get their bats to heat up. Now, if that continues, along with the steady pitching that they've shown, and get back to solid fielding, the Vikings could become a dangerous team heading into the WIAA tournament play. Meanwhile, the Cardinals are trying to stay at the 500 mark in the Dunn-St. Croix Conference, as well as also prepare for tournament play. So the stage is set for some exciting high school baseball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on NLWN-TV. Now in just a moment, I'll join our broadcast crew at Colfax High School as we bring you all the action of today's Dunn-St. Croix Conference battles between the Colfax Vikings and the Spring Valley Cardinals. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to The Bullpen Show on NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Yeah, I think one of the things us veterans are hoping for is soon the cabin will be built.
It's going to be amazing to be able to come to a place like this and stay at a cabin with amazing people, animals, a view, and get away from it all.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin, giving Wisconsin veterans and their families a much-needed escape in the Northwoods. Donations of any amount are encouraged, and sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
You've been tuned to The Bullpen Show, where we've had an opportunity to get warmed up for today's Colfax Viking baseball game. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking baseball.
Anderson Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Colfax Vikings baseball is on the air.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, runner on second. Heedle delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network, NLWN-TV, along with Colfax High School, proudly present today's Colfax Vikings baseball game.
Swing, strike, but the ball gets away and in to score, and a walk-off victory ready for the Vikings on a wild pitch.
Now, it's out to the ballpark and today's Colfax Viking baseball game.
And good afternoon, Rick Olson with you here, along with Amanda Lemler and Dan Petschow up on the camera, giving us all the good shots as soon as he finishes his sandwich up there. He looked over. He's aware that we're ready to go. And Amanda's going to do double duty today. She's running the computer, but she's going to be our part-time color commentator today as well. So, Amanda, are you excited?
I'm so excited. I've been waiting this forever.
Well, you're going to do a great job today. Umpires and managers are meeting out at home plate, and let's go through the starting lineups. For the visiting Spring Valley Cardinals, leading off center fielder Cade Stashik. Batting second is the right fielder Caden Robelia. Batting third, the left fielder Diego Schmidt. Batting fourth and cleanup is the shortstop Caleb Bartko. Batting fifth, the third baseman Trevor Forster. Batting sixth and catching Wyatt Gavoronsky. Batting seventh at first base, Jamison Bauer. Batting eighth and pitching is Will Biggs. And batting ninth, playing second base, is Jake Hannock. On the mound will be Will Biggs. He's got a 3.23 earned run average. He has struck out 23 hitters in 21 2/3 innings pitched. For the Vikings, leading off is Drew Beekner. He's behind the plate. Batting second out in center field is Cade Anderson. Batting third and on the mound is Mason Yarrington. Batting fourth at cleanup is the shortstop, Zach Hedela. Both teams are sending their shortstop out there for cleanup. Batting fifth is the first baseman, Orion Nichols. Batting sixth is third baseman, Grant Cook. Batting seventh is the designated hitter, Caleb Bailey. Yeah, Caleb Bailey. Amanda wrote this down for me, and her B was not easy to see there, but that's all right. I fixed it. And batting eighth is Connor Arntzen. He's playing second base. Batting ninth and out in right field, Grant Palowitz. Playing left field and being DH'd for is Austin Coates. We're about ready for the Vikings to take the field. And we'll be ready for this game to get started very soon. Umpires for today's game, behind the plate is Scott Thiesing, and out on the bases is Jeremy Warner. Want to remind you that the Vikings' next game will be on Thursday the 16th. Of course, that's weather permitting. And I did look at the forecast, and I do want to emphasize weather permitting for that one. The Vikings will host the Boyceville Bulldogs in a Dunn-St. Croix Conference matchup. The bullpen show will begin at 4:40 with live play-by-play to follow. Also, don't forget, coming up on Saturday the 18th, we'll be bringing you Chippewa Valley Phoenix semi-pro football. The Phoenix will be taking on the defending national champion River City Rough Riders, and that will be at Carson Park in Eau Claire. Pre-game show Phoenix Rising will begin at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday on NLWN-2. And be sure to join us right here on NLWN-TV on Saturday as we bring you Eau Claire Cavaliers when they travel up to Spooner, Wisconsin to take on the Spooner Cardinals from Merchants Park in Spooner. The dugout show will begin at 12:30 p.m. followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on Saturday, May 18th on NLWN-TV. Hey, don't forget, this is graduation week for Colfax seniors. We want to congratulate them on a successful high school career. And baccalaureate ceremonies will be tomorrow, and graduation will be on Friday at 7:15. And best of luck to the Colfax Vikings softball team as they head into regional tournament play. And the regionals start this week. The Viking girls don't play until Tuesday of next week. So while the Vikings are warming up and we'll be ready for the first pitch, we'll take this time out as you're tuned to Viking Baseball on NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Saturday, May 18th, as the Cavaliers take on the Spooner Cardinals from Merchant Park in Spooner. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:30, followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV on Saturday, May 18th.
And we're ready to get rolling as leading off is Cade Stashik. And the first pitch from Mason Yarrington is a called strike. Yarrington has a 2.52 earned run average. He has 55 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. That one's high and away for a ball. And he's pitched 41 2/3 innings. Stashik comes in with a batting average of .389. The 1-1 pitch, just a little high. Two balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And that's outside for a ball. Count has worked its way now to 3-1 to Stashik. Yarrington starts his motion and delivers. Strike called at the letters. Cardinals in their maroon tops with a cardinal on the back, white numbers. Ball 4 is the call to Stashik. That'll bring up Caden Robelia. Robelia comes into the game batting .195. Stashik takes his lead at first. And the pitch, throw it on to second. Rolls out into center field, but it was backed up nicely. As Stashik is safely at second. Stashik leads at second, and the pitch is a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Caden Robelia. Stashik at second. Here's the pitch. That one's high. Yarrington trying to get that curveball to drop in. He's at the belt and delivers. Little inside. Counts even at 2-2. Runner looks like he's going to go. He doesn't, but pitch is outside. Cade Stashik out at second. Caden Robelia at the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, swing and a miss for a strike. Throw it on to third. And he's in safely. So Robelia goes down swinging as Stashik steals third. And it brings up Diego Schmidt. Schmidt comes into the game batting .283. Swing and a miss for strike one. Fastball at the letters. Yarrington at the belt, peeks over at third, now delivers. High pop up in the infield, foul territory. And Drew Buechner can't quite make the catch. No balls and 2 strikes to Diego Schmidt. Caleb Bartko on deck. Stashik takes his lead at third. Here's the pitch. That's high for a ball. That was the chase pitch by Mason Yarrington. He delivers. Fly ball out into right center field and dropped out there by Anderson. And in to score is Stashik. That's going to go as an error on Anderson. And the Cardinals lead 1-0. Caleb Bartko at the plate. Schmidt takes his lead at first. Throw over there, and Schmidt's back in time. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Not quite in time. No balls and 1 strike now to Bartko. Yarrington checks at second and now delivers. It's high. It gets past Beekner and over to third goes Schmidt. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Schmidt takes a lead. That pitch is knocked down by Beekner.
That was a beautiful stop.
Yes, it was. See, I knew Amanda would get in there. Yarrington wants a different baseball. Schmidt takes his lead. Yarrington delivers. Swung on a foul back. And the count holds at 1-2. Or 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt, gets past, and in comes Schmidt. Spring Valley takes a 2-0 lead with 1 out in the top of the first. Full count to Bartko. Swing and a miss, strike 3. For 2 outs. That'll bring up Trevor Forrester. Forrester batting .250. Playing third base today. His position matches his number, 5. Here's the wind in the pitch. That just missed high. Yarrington delivers. On a missed. Counts even at 1-1. Here's the wind and the 1-1 pitch. That's high. Tried to get that curveball to come in again. Two-one pitch. High pop foul. So the count goes even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Yarrington starts his motion and delivers. High pop foul out of play.
Another one coming at you.
And the count holds at 2-2. takes the pitch. Beekner tried to frame it. He didn't get the call. The count goes to 3-2. And the payoff pitch. Line shot out into left field. And Forrester checks in at first. Austin Coates retrieved the ball and got it back into the infield. Wyatt Govoronsky, the catcher, steps to the plate, batting 167. 2 down, runner on first. Line shot over to third. It gets through the infield. And so we have runners at first and second. Trevor Forrester is out on second. Govoronsky is on first, but we have a courtesy runner. It's Chase Rudd coming in for Govoronsky. Yarrington at the belt and delivers. Swung and a miss. That's strike one. 2 runners on. This is Jamison Bauer at the plate. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Bauer batting 158. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So for the Spring Valley Cardinals, they picked up a couple of runs on 2 hits. There was 1 Viking error and 2 were left on base. So we played a half inning. It's Spring Valley 2 and the Vikings coming to bat on NLWN-TV.
Kyle's Market in Colfax, locally owned since 2007 and is a proud supporter of Colfax High School scholarship and athletics. Kyle's meat department is second to none and they're known for their homemade smoked meats. Don't forget the fresh veggies, cheese, and frozen foods. Kyle's Market has got it all. Kyle's Market is your hometown market where customer service is supersized. They'll even carry your groceries out to your car. That's Kyle's Market in Colfax.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Thank you.
A place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
Back here at Colfax, as we are getting ready for the bottom of the first inning. Taking a look at the Spring Valley Cardinals defensively. Behind the plate is Govoronsky. At third base is Forrester. Bartko is at short. Hanek at second. Bauer at first. In the outfield, it's Schmidt, Stashik, and Robelia going from left to right. And Will Biggs on the mound. Leading off for the Vikings, Drew Beekner, whose bat has been coming alive of late, has raised his average up to 257.
You know, I think recently everyone's bat has been coming alive and everyone's average is getting better.
Took a while, but it's happening.
Better late than ever, Rick.
That's true. Biggs looks in and delivers. Line shot out into center field. 1 pitch, 1 hit for the Vikings. That's going to bring up Cade Anderson. Anderson batting .229, playing center field. Throw over to first. Beekner in safely. Beekner does lead the team in stolen bases. He's got 14 on the season. And the pitch to Anderson is a ball. Throw down to second. And Beekner is in safely. One ball, no strikes to Cade Anderson. Beekner now on second. Biggs delivers. It gets away and all the way to the backstop, and over to third goes Beekner. Two balls, no strikes to Cade Anderson. And the pitch. That just missed outside. 3-0 is the count. Mason Yarrington on deck. Anderson shows bunt. Takes ball 4. So the Vikings have runners on the corners. Beekner takes a lead at third. Anderson at first. Anderson takes off. Throw over to third. And they got Beekner picked off a third. Anderson does steal second. So 1 out now. First pitch to Yarrington. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Bartko. Throw over to first is in time. It moved Anderson over to third. It's going to bring up Zach Hedela with 2 down. Hedela batting .235, and as Amanda had mentioned, a lot of the averages have been going up, and Zach's is one of them.
That it definitely has.
His was down in the basement.
Yeah. Now I think he's halfway up the stairs.
There's a high pop-up. Moving over to make the catch is Bauer. So for the Vikings, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We have completed an inning with Spring Valley 2 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
Plumbing problems got you down? Let the skilled folks at H&H Plumbing in Colfax make sure everything is flowing just as it should. Or maybe you're thinking about adding a gas line for a new stove, fireplace, or hot tub. H&H Plumbing can help with that as well. H&H Plumbing in Colfax, established in 2000, has earned a 5-star rating on Angie.com. So, whatever your plumbing needs, call H&H Plumbing in Colfax at 715-962-4155.
NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to take you out to the ballpark for Colfax Viking baseball. Our next game will be on Thursday, May 16th, when the Vikings host the Boyceville Bulldogs, weather permitting. Our coverage begins with the Bullpen Show, where we'll warm you up for baseball action starting at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax High School baseball on Thursday, May 16th.
Back here at Colfax High School, where the Vikings are trailing going into the second inning by the score of 2-0. Due up for Spring Valley Cardinals are the 8-9 and 1 hitter Will Biggs, Jake Hannock, and back up to the top with Kate Stashik. That first inning gave the impression that some of the difficulties the Vikings had yesterday over in Glenwood City could be continuing. They had some troubles out in the field, and those continued into the first inning. Let's hope the Vikings can shut that down.
I hope so.
Will Biggs at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike one. Biggs is batting .205. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. That time the curveball worked. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch swung on a miss, strike 3. That's strikeout number 4 for Mason Yarrington today. That'll bring up Jake Hannock, the second baseman. He doesn't have a lot of appearances, but he's batting .417. There's a strike called at the knees. Maybe Mason's found his rhythm here. And the pitch. That's a little bit high. Yarrington starts his motion and delivers. Inside. Two balls and a strike. That's high for ball 3. Yarrington starts his motion and delivers. Strike called. Count goes full. Hannock committed the cardinal sin of a batter. Started going to first. Almost guarantees you're going to get the strike called. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Yarrington won that battle. Fell behind 3-1, came back and got the K. That'll bring up Cade Stashik. Stashik drew a walk his first appearance, stole a couple bases, and then eventually scored a run. And there's a curveball for a strike. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fouled away, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes to Cade Stashik. And the pitch. Ground ball knocked down, throw over to first, and not in time. He'll get an infield hit for that one. It was knocked down by Arntzen about the end of his range. He was able to pick it up and at least make an attempt, but it was a little bit late. Throw over to first, and Stashik is back.
You know, Rick, I don't think that's Connor on second base. I think that's Grant Palowitz.
Here's the pitch. It's inside, and no throw. Let's take a look over there.
It's a good thing we brought binoculars, people.
Yes, it is. And there's a ground ball out into center field. Rounding third, coming in to score is Stashik. As Robelia singles to center. And the throw goes down to second and scoots out of the glove of Hedela. Yeah, I believe you're right. That's Grant Palowitz over there at first. So take a look out there in right field. Who's out there?
I think the old switcheroo happened while we weren't paying attention.
I think you might be right. Pitch is in the dirt to Diego Schmidt. Got on an error to center field. His first time up, came around and scored. And the pitch. That one's low, throw down to third, and they got him. No, they dropped the ball. Grant Cook had the tag on in time, but couldn't hang on to the ball through the tag. And there's a strike called. Three balls and a strike to Diego Schmidt. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to second, throw to first, and it's in time. So for the Spring Valley Cardinals, they did pick up one run on 2 hits. There was one error and one left on base. So we played an inning and a half, and it's Spring Valley 3 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
Banking on relationships.
When you hear the word free, do you automatically become just a little suspicious? At Dairy State Bank, our free checking is just that, free. You receive a free debit card, unlimited check writing, no minimum balance, and no monthly fees. Plus, online and mobile banking is free. For more information, visit dairystatebank.com or stop in at any of our 12 locations. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Heading into the bottom of the second inning, due up for the Vikings, Orion Nichols, Grant Cook, and Caleb Bailey. Nichols comes into the game batting .188. Will Biggs looks in and delivers. Ground ball over towards second, picked up by Hannock, throw to first in time. That's one of those, a batter can't get too frustrated with that. He's putting the ball in play, and as long as you put the ball in play, eventually good things happen. Grant Cook comes to the plate. Cook batting .258. Pop foul towards the dugout, and it's off the facade of the dugout. I don't know if Dan's watching his phone or he's watching the game. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes to Grant Cook. And the pitch. Strike called, and Cook goes down looking. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Caleb Bailey. He's batting .148. And the pitch. That just missed. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 down. And the pitch. High pop foul out of play. One ball and a strike. And the pitch. That is also fouled out of play. So Biggs looks in for the sign. And the 1-2 pitch. That one in the dirt. Counts even at 2-2. And the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. So the Vikings go down in order in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 2, and it's Spring Valley 3 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
Known for its well-manicured grounds and greens, Whitetail Golf Course is an 18-hole golf course carved into the countryside of northwest Wisconsin. They can host your next golf outing, wedding and reception, reunion, birthday, anniversary, or other social event. On Friday nights, come out to Whitetail for their famous Friday night fish, shrimp, and chicken dinner served from 5 to 9 every Friday evening through October. Conveniently located between Colfax and Elk Mound, Whitetail Golf Course is just a 15-minute drive from both Eau Claire and Menominee.
The Phoenix are rising. NLWN-2 and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to be your home for Chippewa Valley Phoenix semi-pro football. Our next game will be on May 18th, when the Phoenix will face the River City Rough Riders at Carson Park. Follow the Phoenix as they battle their way through the Northern Lights Football League on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and NLWN-2. That's exciting Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on May 18th.
And that ought to be a really good one. River City Rough Riders, defending national champions of spring football. And the Phoenix will take on those Rough Riders and give them everything they can handle, they hope. Leading off for the Spring Valley Cardinals, Caleb Bartko, followed by Trevor Forrester and Wyatt Govoronsky. Bartko struck out his first time up. And there's a called strike. Here's the wind in the pitch. Foul back into the screen. And the pitch. Curveball missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caleb Bartko. We're in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Foul ball out of play. Oh, almost got a black minivan over there. Or maybe it was the white SUV. Here's the pitch. That's high. Counts even at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Outside. Three balls, 2 strikes. And it's high for ball 4. Yarrington let him get away. Bartko heads down to first, brings up Trevor Forrester, who singled to left his first time up. It's over to first. Bartko back in plenty of time. Throw back again. Bartko with a big lead. And the pitch. Fly ball out into left field, ranging over his Coates, and he makes the catch. That's going to bring up Wyatt Govoronsky. Govoronsky single to left his last time up. Throw over to first, and Bartko gets back again. Yarrington does not like the lead that Bartko is taking. Bartko's going, throw it on to second. And they got him.
Nice job, Drew.
Now the pitch was high, so it's 1 ball, no strikes. And this pitch, check swing, and he went. Scott Thiesing behind the plate says he went. 1 ball and 1 strike to Govoronsky. Fly ball out into left field. Coates heading back, can't quite get there, and Govoronsky checks into second. It's a 2-hit day for Govoronsky, and again we're going to get Rudd to go out to run for him. Chase Rudd out on second. Jamison Bauer struck out his first time up. Yarrington looking in for the sign. And he got Bauer right on the upper arm.
Mason, shake it off. Youchie.
You got it.
A couple Vikings had that happen to them yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, Zach got one right on the back of the neck. It's got a nice little mark there. Well, it's actually kind of big.
You can see the stitch marks, right?
Yeah, and it goes from right where his shirt is all the way up to his hair.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for a strike. This is Will Biggs at the plate. He struck out his last time up. 2 down, runners on first and second. Strike called at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. Curveball fouled out of play. Yarrington gave one of those looks that time like, oh man, that was a good pitch. And it was. Biggs had to go down and fight it off. Runners take their leads. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 3. So for the Spring Valley Cardinals, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 were left on base. So we've played 2.5, and it's Spring Valley 3 and the Vikings nothing on NLWN-TV.
American Yard Restoration, now serving the Colfax area. American Yard Restoration specializes in landscaping services, snow removal and fence installation. Emergency services are available. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call for a free estimate. That's American Yard Restoration at 715-217-3031.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible, she must be a keeper.
Heading into the bottom of the third inning, due up for the Vikings are the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Connor Arnson, Grant Palowitz, and Drew Buechner. So stepping up to the plate is Connor Arnson. Connor is still looking for his first hit as a Viking. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and it's a ball. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Infield playing up on the edge of the grass. Shows bunt. Pulls it back again. That's a called strike. Nope, he called it a ball. 3 balls. His right hand came up, but I read that as a strike, but he meant ball. 3-0. And there's a strike called on the inside corner. 3 balls and a strike, a hitter's pitch here for Arnson. And a ground ball over to third, and it's through into left field. And how about that? Connor Arnson has his first hit of the season.
I could feel it in the air.
So could the guys over in the dugout. They kind of like that. That's going to bring up Grant Palowitz. Palowitz also looking for his first hit of the season.
Let's hope Connor started a trend.
Arnson takes his lead at first. Biggs delivers. High pop-up out into fly ball out into left field. Under it is Schmidt. He makes the catch. So 1 down. Arnson on first, back to the top of the order. Drew Buechner, who singled solidly to center field his first time up. Throw over to first, and Arnson back in okay. Buechner steps in. Biggs takes a look over at first and delivers. Buechner shows bunt. Arnson's in safely at second. No balls and a strike now to Buechner. Arnson has his lead at second. And the pitch. Fouled at the plate. Oh, 0-2 now the count to Drew Buechner. Biggs looks over at second, and now he delivers. Curveball stayed up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ground ball through the hole up into left field, and holding up at third is Arnson. Buechner has a 2-hit day. So 2 runners on with 1 out. Arnson at third. Now last time they had runners at the corners, Beekner got picked off at third. Kate Anderson steps to the plate. Here's the pitch. Called strike, and down to second goes Beekner. Anderson drew a walk his last time up. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 2. Biggs shakes off a couple signs. He's at the belt. And the pitch. That one's down low. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. That's outside. Curveball didn't quite come in. Counts even at 2-2. Biggs glances at third, glances at second, delivers to the plate. It's outside, ball 3. Count is full now to Kate Anderson. And the pitch. High pop up, foul territory on the right side, moving over and making, nope, he didn't make the catch. Bauer had a shot at it, but wasn't able to pull it in. So the count remains 3-2. And the pitch. High pop foul. Hey, good battle, Kate. Keep going. That was out of place, so still 3-2.
He's staying alive. Got to give him credit for that.
That's battling. Biggs at the belt. Payoff pitch. Foul back into the screen, and the battle continues. Biggs looks in for the sign. He's at the belt and delivers. Ground shot over to first. Bobbled by the first baseman. Run comes in to score. First baseman took it by himself. So Cade grounds out to first unassisted, but he does pick up an RBI as Connor Arnson came in to score and brings up Mason Yarrington with 2 down. Drew Beekner is at third. And the pitch. That's low and away for ball 1. And the pitch. It's down low, ball 2. Here's the pitch. Chopper fair right out in front of the plate. Throw down to first, and he beat it. And coming in to score is Drew Beekner. Mason Yarrington on that infield hit. Right out in front of the plate. As Drew Beekner came in to score. Making it 3-2, Vikings climbing back into it, brings up Zach Hedela. He popped to first his first time up, and there's a pitch back to the screen, and Yarrington heads down to second. Yarrington in scoring position now. Good solid base hit by Hedela could tie this game up. Biggs looking in and delivers. Chop foul on the third base side. Will Biggs looking in, looks over at second. And now he delivers. That's high. I think Hedela had visions of yesterday.
I could see it in his face. The pure fear.
I don't know if he'd call it fear, but maybe common sense. Here's the pitch. That's high. 3 balls and a strike. A hitter's pitch here for Hedela. And the pitch. Inside, ball 4. That's going to bring up Orion Nichols. Nichols grounded to second. He hit the ball hard, but right at the second baseman. 2 runners on.
I always feel bad for them when they do that. Right into someone's glove.
They're called atom balls because they went right at him.
That's funny.
Here's the pitch. Strike called. Another gorgeous day for baseball here at Colfax. And the pitch. Fly ball out into right center field. And it's out to the fence. 1 run is in. Rounding third is Hedela. He's going to score. And Orion Nichols with a 2 RBI double puts the Vikings on top.
Now that's what I like to see.
That was a nice, solid RBI. 2 RBIs. Over the extended glove of Robelia as he tried to chase it down. Ended up landing down right about at the base of the fence. Nichols takes a lead. At the plate is Grant Cook, who struck out looking his last time up. And the pitch. Ground ball over to short, picked up by Botko. Throw over to first, and it's in time. But for the Vikings, we pick up 4 runs on 4 hits. 4 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors, and 1 left on base. New score, Vikings 4 and Spring Valley 3 on NLWN-TV.
Menominee Eye Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do,
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Back here at Colfax High School, where the Vikings have taken a 4-3 lead as we head into the fourth inning. The number 9, 1 and 2 hitters are due up, and a soft liner out to the first baseman, Nichols. That's going to take it up. That was Jake Hannock. Takes us back to Cade Stashik, who is 1 for 1. He had an infield hit last time up. Swing and a miss on that first pitch. No balls and a strike. That pitch is outside. 1-1's the count. You know, Amanda, I think it was the simple fact that we had 2 guys in the wrong position. Once we fixed that, the Vikings started playing ball. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
I guess we hold the power.
At least it worked there.
Yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Foul back out of play. Count holds at 0-2.
1-2.
Oh, there is a light up over in that corner. Yep.
I don't have a pole in the way. I can see.
Yeah, I've got a camera and a pole, and
Probably my head.
that pitch is inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, a delayed call, but he had to think about it for a second as Stashik goes down looking. That'll bring up Caden Robelia. Struck out his first time up, then last time up he singled out into center field to drive in a run. Curveball, and he swung, tried to hold up but couldn't. Ball was in the dirt, but now they're playing keep away from Yarrington, it almost seemed like. Here's the pitch. That's high. Well, he's got 2 balls and no strikes up on the scoreboard. I thought he called that a strike on the first pitch.
Yes, he did. They're fixing it as we speak.
Now it's 2 balls and a strike because that last pitch was inside. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swung on a miss. Strike 2. Counts even at 2-2. Caden Robelia. Yarrington delivers, that one's in the dirt. Count goes full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Fly ball out into right field. Moving back is Arntzen, and he makes the catch. So, the Cardinals go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 3.5, and it's the Vikings 4, Spring Valley 3 on NLWN-TV.
Synergy Cooperative, customer-owned, community-minded. Synergy's customers enjoy a wide variety of services, from C-stores with tire and automotive service, agricultural services including feed delivery or pickup at feed mills, to energy with propane delivery directly to you. Synergy Cooperative's customers receive superior customer service. Synergy Cooperative also strives for a strong and loyal presence in the communities they serve in Northwest Wisconsin. Customer-owned, community-minded. That's Synergy Cooperative, here to serve you.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Back here at Colfax High School, Rick Olson along with Amanda Lemler. She's running the computer, doing double duty with some occasional color commentary. Dan Petschow up on the camera. And leading off for the Vikings in the bottom of the fourth inning, Caleb Bailey, Connor Arntzen, and Grant Palowitz. Bailey struck out his first time up. And there's a pitch just missed outside. And the pitch. High pop up. Heading over to foul territory. Moving over and catching it in fair territory was Forster. That'll bring up Connor Arntzen, who got his first hit of the season last time up when he singled out to left field. He sends that one foul out of play. He then eventually came around and scored the first run for the Vikings in that 4-run third inning. Biggs looks in and delivers. It's inside for a ball. Counts even at 1-1. And the pitch. That's a strike right down the middle of Main Street. Biggs looks in. And the 1-2 pitch. Pop up, foul out of play. One ball and 2 strikes to Connor Arntzen. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. Curveball came in. Arntzen goes down looking for the second out of the inning. Brings up Grant Palowitz, still looking for that first hit of the season. He flew out to left field last time up. Pitch is outside for a ball. And the pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down. Palowitz with that script Palowitz on the side of his batting helmet.
His mom is very artsy.
Here's the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Relax, you got it.
And the pitch. Strike 3 called. Curveball had him fooled. And the Vikings go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. So we have played 4 innings, and it's the Vikings 4, Spring Valley 3 on NLWN-TV.
Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties in Colfax is a professional property management company that provides affordable housing and homes. They have a friendly professional staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. They also offer duplexes for rent as well as seasonal RV sites in several locations, not to mention self-storage facilities. Please feel free to contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
We head into the 5th inning. Due up for the Spring Valley Cardinals are Diego Schmidt, Caleb Bartko, and Trevor Forrester. Don't forget, we'll have more Viking baseball for you coming up on Thursday. If the weather forecast isn't 100% accurate. They're calling for rain and thunderstorms on Thursday, but maybe we'll get the game in, as the Boyceville Bulldogs will be coming over here to Colfax. All right, stepping up to the plate is Diego Schmidt. Pitch is inside. And a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a fly ball out into center field. Anderson back, and he makes the catch. Mentioned it before, it's an absolutely gorgeous day for baseball out here at Colfax High School. Gentle breeze blowing in from left field. 71 degrees. Sunshine, swing and a miss for strike 1 to Caleb Bartko. He's walked and struck out today. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into center field. And it's off the fence. Throw comes into second, as does Bartko.
You know, back to the weather, Rick. It is really nice, but I think I got a sunburn.
Well, that's why you've got that stick of sunscreen that you're using.
That is true.
And the pitch. That's a strike call to Forrester. Forrester singled his first time up and then flew out to left. 1 down. Runner at second in Bartko. Takes his lead. Foul back into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes now to Forrester. Wyatt Govoronsky on deck.
He's taking his leg guard off.
Yarrington bluffs the throw to second. Bartko just heads back. And the pitch. Chopper over to short. Picked up throw to first. It's in time. It did move Bartko over to third. Nice fielding job by Hedela. To scoop it in front of the bag and then throw it over to first. 2 down. Wyatt Govoronsky steps up. Govoronsky is 2 for 2. He singled and then doubled his left field his last time up. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to third. Throw over to first. He airmailed that over to the fence. And Govoronsky checks in at second. I think he will get a single infield hit. So he would get an infield hit over to third. Swinging and a miss for strike one to Jamison Bauer. And then he went to second on the error by Cook. Yarrington steps off. Bauer was hit by the pitch last time up. Pitch is outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down, runner on second. 1 run in. High pop up. Hila calls it and makes the catch. So 1 run on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left on base. So we have played 4.5 and we're tied at 4 on NLWN-TV.
New construction in need of plumbing or older plumbing in need of repair, Logs Let Plumbing is the one to call, just like these satisfied customers said.
They did all the plumbing in our new build from start to finish. They are dependable, honest, and easy to work with. They even give suggestions for products that are great quality but inexpensive. We put all our trust in Logs Let Plumbing, and they did not disappoint.
A highly skilled plumber, I definitely recommend contacting Logs Let Plumbing for any and all your plumbing needs.
So give Logs Let Plumbing a call at 715-556-1673 and let Logs Let Plumbing get your project flowing.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
So we head into the bottom of the 5th inning, all knotted up at 4 runs apiece.
Let's hope we change that.
And we had some scoring questioning going on. We'll have to check and see what the official scorer called on that play at third. Stepping up for the Vikings there at the top of the order, Drew Beekner, who's 2 for 2. And the pitch, strike called. Beekner singled to center field and singled to left. And the pitch, curveball is called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, foul back into the screen. Count holds at 0-2. Biggs shakes off a couple signs. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. And the battle begins. No balls, 2 strikes to Drew Beekner. There's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball down third base line, fair ball, long throw to first, and they're not going to get him. A 3-hit day for Drew Beekner. It's going to bring up Cade Anderson. He's 0 for 1. Grounded to first, but he picked up an RBI in the process. Also walked. Let's see if Beekner takes off here. And he does. Here's the throw to second, and Beekner's in safely. Beekner's headed to third. Nope, he decides not to. Beekner thought about taking off, and Coach Seacross said, no, and he had to dive back into second. That puts Beekner's stolen base total up to 17 for the year. Top spot in the team. Throw over to second, and Beekner's back in. He doesn't mind getting that uniform all dirty.
I wouldn't either, but I didn't have to wash it.
He's at the belt, Biggs is. He delivers a pitch. It's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner in scoring position. That'd be the go-ahead run. And the pitch, swung on a miss, strike 2. Anderson chokes up a little bit. And the pitch, swung on a miss for strike 3. He chased the high heat that time. It's going to bring up Mason Yarrington. Yarrington's 1 for 2, singled, chopped it right out in front of the plate, and by the time they could make the play, Yarrington beat the throw down to first. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right back to Biggs at the mound. Throws it over to first for the out. But it moved Beekner over to third. That's going to bring up Zach Heedela. Heedela popped out his first time up over to the first baseman and then drew a walk his last time up. So he's due. Here's the pitch. Swung on a foul back toward the dugout for the Cardinals. Will Biggs on the mound for the Cardinals. He's gone the distance so far. And the 0-1 pitch. No, throw over to third, but Beekner got back. Ball got away, but not far enough that Beekner could do anything about it. Biggs looks over at third and delivers. That's high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. To Zach Heedela. 2 down. Go ahead, run on third. And the pitch. Line shot out into right center field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Heedela gets an RBI single as Drew Beekner comes in to score. That'll bring up Orion Nichols. He doubled his last time up and drove in 2 runs. Heedela takes his lead. Biggs throws over, Heedela back in. Heedela again takes a lead. Biggs glances over that way. Delivers to the plate. It's outside for a ball. And the pitch. Hedela goes, pitches a strike, and Hedela is in safely. One ball and one strike to Ryan Nichols. 2 down. Runner on second. 1 run in. And the pitch. That just missed outside. Gavronsky tried to frame it but didn't get the call. 2 balls and a strike. Throw over to second. Hedela gets back. Kind of got hugged that time by Bartko as Bartko had to reach around him to make the catch. Here's the pitch. Outside. 3 balls and a strike to Orion Nichols. This is the hitter's pitch for Nichols. And the 3-1 is high for ball 4. 2 down, 2 on, brings up Grant Cook. Cook's 0 for 2 today. Struck out looking and grounded to short. And the pitch. It's outside for a ball. And the pitch. High pop up out of play behind the plate. Into the bleachers. Now, Dan, you didn't jump over those bars to make the catch. You should have seen Dan hanging out the press box window at Carson Park on Sunday.
It was very unsafe. I was scared.
Pitch is inside at the letters. I had him securely.
If you say so, Rick.
2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Check swing. Pitch is high. 3 balls and a strike. To Grant Cook. 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Count goes full. This will be traveling time now for the base runners.
Win the battle, Grant. You got it.
Biggs looks in. And he delivers. Runners go. Cook laces it out into center field for a base hit. Hedela rounds third. He's going to score. That'll make it 6-4. Vikings on top.
I think it would be safe to say we've recovered from yesterday.
All the hits are working. And we have a trip to the mound. Let's see if we're going to get a pitching change. As due up for the Vikings is Caleb Bailey. Brandon Walczak is the manager for the Spring Valley Cardinals. And it looks like Biggs is going to stay on the mound.
And we have a new
now
batter.
The umpires are going to have a talk.
Switching the lineup up. We have Brady Elmer on to hit instead of Caleb Bailey.
Okay. I had a body in the way. I couldn't see him.
It's all about those angles, Rick.
It is. So Brady Elmer is going to step up. And the first pitch is a strike. Elmer's batting .250 on the season. Go, Brady, do your job. No balls and one strike to Brady Elmer. 2 runs in, 2 runners on. And he chops that one down the first base line, stays fair, and right into the glove of Bauer as he's kneeling on first base for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Vikings do pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. So we've completed 5 innings, and it's the Vikings 6 and the Spring Valley Cardinals 4 on NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
So we head to the top of the 6th inning. Vikings on top 6-4. Due up for the Cardinals is the pitcher Will Biggs, followed by Jake Hannock and Cade Stashik. Mason Yarrington still on the mound, and the first pitch is high for a ball. Yarrington goes into his motion and delivers, and that's a called strike at the belt. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Strike 2. That one's right down the middle of Main Street. One ball, 2 strikes to Will Biggs. Swing and a miss. He chased the high heat. Strike 3. That'll bring up Jake Hannock. He struck out and popped out to first. Check that. It's not Hannock. We have a pinch hitter. This will be Chase Rudd. Is in to hit for Hannock.
And so the runner becomes the hitter.
And as I look on here, he's batting .250. Pitch is just inside for a ball. There's the pitch. Ground ball out into right field for a base hit. That takes us to the top of the order. And we're going to have a trip to the mound. And it looks like we're going to get Ryan Nichols to come in and pitch, and we'll get that all straightened out right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, but with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
Back here at Colfax, and new rump on the bump for the Vikings is Orion Nichols. And at the plate is Cade Stashik, and the first pitch was a ball. And Nichols missed outside with that one. 2 balls, no strikes. Yarrington went 5 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs. They were all earned on 8 hits. And I'm going to double check that on earned runs. There's a called strike. But he gave it up on 8 hits, walked 3, and struck out 8. 2 balls and a strike. Nichols delivers. That just missed, not by very much. 3 balls and a strike to Cade Stashik. Stashik is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Fly ball out into left field. Roaming back there is Coates, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Brings up Caden Robelia. Robelia is 1 for 3. Singled to center field, but he flew out to right and struck out. There's a fly ball out to right field, or ground ball out to right field. And Robelia checks in at first. And it moved Rudd over to third. And the pitch. That's inside for a ball. That's high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. To Diego Schmidt. And the pitch. Swung on a miss for strike 1. Double check those runs that were scored by the Cardinals. The 4 runs, they are all earned runs. And that pitch is outside, ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fly ball. And the catch is made out in right field. So, they ended up with no runs, 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on base. So we've played
5 and a half.
5 and a half, yeah. 5 and a half. And it's the Vikings 6 and the Spring Valley Cardinals 4 on NLWN-TV.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
To be able to do something like that is going to take a lot of people. It's not going to be, 1 or 2 people to put a cabin together like this.
Country Haven Farms is fundraising to complete our cabin. Please consider donating. Every dollar received is greatly appreciated and will have a positive impact on the lives of the veterans we serve. Individual, family, and corporate sponsorships are available at all levels. To make a donation or sponsorship, please visit our website or give us a call.
Once the cabin is built, it's just going to be such a relaxing place to go.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Saturday, May 18th, as the Cavaliers take on the Spooner Cardinals from Merchant Park in Spooner. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:30, followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV on Saturday, May 18th.
And right now we're here at Colfax High School. Amanda, you're heading up to Spooner with me.
I am. I'm excited.
Those Cavalier games are a lot of fun.
They are. I had my first on Sunday.
And Dan will not be going up with us because he's going to be helping bring you the Chippewa Valley Phoenix against the River City Rough Riders football game, also on Saturday on our sister station, NLWN2. New pitcher for Spring Valley is Caden Robelia. And the first pitch is back to the screen. Connor Arnson at the plate. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. I take it back. It's Diego Schmidt on the mound. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 3.
Grant.
That's going to bring up Grant Cook. Or Grant Palowitz. Check that. Grant Palowitz at the plate. He is still looking for his first hit of the season. And the pitch. It's outside. And the pitch. Foul back out of play. Here's the wind and the 1-1 pitch. Soft liner out into center field, and there's hit number 1 for Grant Palowitz. Look at that. Both guys looking for their first hit. Got it today. Takes us back to the top of the order to Drew Beekner, who is 3 for 3 today.
Way to go, Drew. Do it again.
Some changes defensively for the Cardinals. Now out in left field. First pitch is a called strike at the letters, and down to second goes Palowitz. Rabelia's out in left. Biggs, who was pitching, moved out to right field. Rudd stayed in the game after pinch hitting, and he's playing second base. And the pitch. Chopper right out in front of the plate, picked up by Schmidt. Throw over to first, and they got him at first. Kate Anderson is up as Palowitz moved over to third. Now Anderson's 0 for 2 today. And that first pitch was the ball. And the throw over to first. And they got him. It was knocked down by Schmidt, and it was a bang-bang play at first. And they got him, so no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. And we've played 6, and it's the Vikings 6 and Spring Valley 4 on NLWN-TV.
American Yard Restoration, now serving the Colfax area. American Yard Restoration specializes in landscaping services, snow removal and fence installation. Emergency services are available. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call for a free estimate. That's American Yard Restoration at 715-217-3031.
Let NLWN-TV take you out to the ballgame. Our next game will be on Saturday, May 18th as the Cavaliers take on the Spooner Cardinals from Merchant Park in Spooner. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:30, followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on NLWN-TV on Saturday, May 18th.
Hey guys.
Back for the 7th inning. Ryan Nichols trying to pick up the save as the Vikings are on top 6-4. By the way, Will Biggs' pitching numbers are in. He went 5 innings and gave up 6 runs. All 6 were earned on 8 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 5. Due up for Spring Valley, we have Caleb Bartko, Trevor Forster, and Wyatt Govoronsky. So stepping up to the plate is Caleb Bartko. Bartko is 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up to center field. He scored a run. And there's a called strike at the knees. There's the wind in the pitch. Fly ball out into left field. Coach came in, turned, went back, and made the catch. So 1 down. Brings up Trevor Forrester. He's 1 for 3. Singled his first time up, but since then, he flew out to left and grounded to short. One down. We're in the 7th inning. Nichols delivers. Curveball doesn't break down in. Stayed up high. Here's the pitch. Fastball looped out into center field. Coming on hard is Cade Anderson. He can't make the play. And it's going to fall in. So Forrester gets a base hit. That's going to bring up Wyatt Govoronski, who is 3 for 3 today. He singled, doubled, and then got on an infield hit. There's a line shot right into the glove and throw over to first, and they doubled him off! And the Vikings pick up a win on a line drive double play to Hedela, who immediately fired it over to first base, which got Forrester. So, final score. Vikings 6, Spring Valley Cardinals 4, and we'll have more of a wrap-up when we get to Viking Download on NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform at attracting what you want, you first need to know what your soil is working with. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 608-468-2067. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, serving Western Wisconsin.
How you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason. Thank you.
A place to make my own, a place that I call home, this place that I call home.
NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to take you out to the ballpark for Colfax Viking baseball. Our next game will be on Thursday, May 16th, when the Vikings host the Boyceville Bulldogs, weather permitting. Our coverage begins with the Bullpen Show, where we'll warm you up for baseball action starting at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax High School baseball on Thursday, May 16th.
Thank you for joining us for today's Colfax Vikings baseball game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. This has been presented for the private listening and viewing use of the tuned-in audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or reproduction, in any form, without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network, LLC, and Colfax High School, is strictly prohibited. Stay tuned! Coming up next is Viking Download, where we take a look back at today's Colfax Viking game.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size.
Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Time now for Viking Download with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Colfax High School where the Vikings have come away 6-4 winners over the Spring Valley Cardinals. And we will have manager Kirk Seacraw coming over very shortly. In that game, the winning pitcher was Mason Yarrington. And that evens up his record at 5-5. Save goes to Orion Nichols. And the losing pitcher goes to Will Biggs. Vikings move their record up to 5-8 on the season, and Spring Valley goes to 6-7. Really big performance today by Drew Beekner at the plate. He went 3 for 4 at the plate, and that's a big improvement for him. The other thing the Vikings had was some pretty timely hitting. When that third inning rolled around, it was just putting the ball in play at the right time, and even the outs were productive. I think of Cade Anderson grounding to first, but the Vikings scored a run on it. He picked up an RBI. And then Orion Nichols, of course, came up with a 2 RBI double shortly after that, and the Vikings were off and running.
We did really well tonight. I'm proud of us.
A big difference over yesterday when they just couldn't seem to get out of their own way. And today, it was a different story. Now, I see manager Seacraw still out there talking to somebody, and I can't see who it is because Kirk is blocking my view of him.
That is Connor Arnson.
Okay, that's who he's talking to out there. All right.
And you know, Rick, I would completely agree. We really picked it out today.
The Vikings did a really nice job. They did a nice job in the field as well. I see 2 errors. Is it 2 errors by the Vikings today, which is a big difference from yesterday.
Yesterday was not good. Our fielding was not great, and I think everyone got back on their game today.
So instead of thinking about yesterday, we'll just make that a famous Beatles song, and we'll just move on and think about today's game instead, and maybe even looking ahead to Thursday. Tell you what, we're still waiting for manager Kirk Seacraw to come over and talk with us, and so while we wait, let's take this time out on Viking Download on NLWN-TV.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff.
That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
And we're back here at Spring Valley High School as we've got manager Kirk C. Croft finishing up the required paperwork. Hey, nice win today. Nice bounce back after yesterday.
Yeah, resilient. That are the words I'm going to use right now. Yesterday was not good. Today was great. They got down 3-0 right away. They battled back, took the lead, never looked back. So that was good to see from our kids.
Really nice pitching performance by Mason Yarrington. 5 innings and 5 1/3 actually, and gave up 8 hits. He did give up 4 runs. 3 of those were right away. All of them were earned runs, but he went out and threw a heck of a ball game. And when he got in trouble, he just reared back to what he knew how to do.
Yeah, he calmed down after that first inning, and I think he kind of maybe got a little mad. I think his fastball had a little more pop in those last 4 innings. Yeah, and then his curveball started working. He kind of started to rip that a little more, so it wasn't just floating up there. Had a little talk to him after the first inning and kind of told him some stuff that he could work on. And as usual, Mace takes it in stride and he does what he's supposed to do because that's Mason in general.
And you could see that he got a little irritated out there the way he would hold runners on after that first inning, and he just didn't let them. In fact, they ended up gunning a runner down at second strictly because I think Mason held him on at first as well as he did.
Yep, we talked about that too after the first inning. You know, he's like sidestepping, I'm throwing it high, and I go, yeah, maybe throw it over there more than once, because he was just throwing it over there once, so they would just automatically go because they didn't give him the option of him thinking that they would throw over there 2 times in a row. So I think that helped us out too a little bit.
And Ryan Nichols came in and got the save, did a nice job in relief.
He did. He that was big for him. It was a little rough last night for him. He wasn't throwing as hard. He's got some sunburn going on right now, so maybe that helped him throw a little better tonight. I don't know. But he also had a big hit for us, that double. He scored 2 runs for us off of that huge double that he hit. So, and then we had a couple firsts tonight. We had Grant Palowitz get his first hit tonight. We had Connor Arnson, he got his first hit tonight too in a varsity game. So again, baby steps. We're moving forward with our young guys.
And that Arnson's hit was both of those hits. In fact, for both of those guys, those were good, solid base hits. Yep. And Arnson eventually came around and scored.
Stole a base for us. Win. Yep. And I mean, Drew Beatner, he's been on fire. He's 3 for 4 last night, I think, and I think he was 3 for 4 tonight, stealing bases. Great example of a leadoff, and then he has to go back in and catch. I mean, he actually said he was tired tonight, so I've never heard that out of that kid's mouth. So
he's probably earned it, though.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, he was leading the team coming into tonight, and he hasn't given that up in stolen bases. He's up to 17 now.
Oh yeah, yep. I think he's gonna try to go for that conference lead. I think that's what he had that for a goal this year. So he's trying to get that 1 goal. I know.
Well, congratulations. The team moves up to 5-8 on the season, and especially after the disappointment last night, they made good and played the way they're supposed to play.
Yep, and that's what me and Ben talked about too, playing how they're supposed to. And then Zach throwing that guy out at first to end the game. It don't get much better than that.
No, that was a beautiful play. Line shot right to his glove, heads up, just fired it over to first, threw a strike to first. He was dead to rights, and the game was over.
Yep, which was awesome. That should be a good celebration they had out there. So.
All right, well, congratulations on that, and we'll be back with more Viking Download right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
NLWN-TV take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on Saturday, May 18th, as the Cavaliers take on the Spooner Cardinals from Merchant Park in Spooner. Coverage begins with the In the Dugout show at 12:30, followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball on NLWN-TV on Saturday, May 18th.
NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network are excited to take you out to the ballpark for Colfax Viking baseball. Our next game will be on Thursday, May 16th, when the Vikings host the Boyceville Bulldogs, weather permitting. Our coverage begins with the Bullpen show, where we'll warm you up for baseball action starting at 4:40 p.m. That's Colfax High School baseball on Thursday, May 16th.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Vikings come away winners 6-4 over the Spring Valley Cardinals. Winning pitcher Mason Yarrington. The save goes to Orion Nichols, and then Will Biggs gets tagged with the loss for Spring Valley. Vikings move their record up to 5-8 on the season, and Spring Valley, their record goes to 6-7 in the conference. And coming up next for the Vikings, they have the Boyceville Bulldogs scheduled to come in here on Thursday. And don't forget to join us here, weather permitting, of course, when the Vikings do host the Bulldogs. And the In the Bullpen show will begin at 4:40 with live play-by-play to follow. Also, on Saturday, we have two things going on. One of them is on NLWN-2, our sister station. Join us there for Chippewa Valley Phoenix football, as the Phoenix will be taking on the defending national champion River City Rough Riders at Carson Park. Pre-game show Phoenix Rising will begin at 4:30 p.m. with live play-by-play to follow. That's Chippewa Valley Phoenix football on Saturday on NLWN-2. And then right here on NLWN-TV, be sure to join us for Eau Claire Cavalier baseball, as the Cavaliers will travel up to Spooner, Wisconsin to take on the Spooner Cardinals. That'll be from Merchants Park in Spooner. The In the Dugout show will begin at 12:30 p.m., followed by live play-by-play action. That's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball on Saturday, May 18th on NLWN-TV. Also, congratulations to this year's Colfax High School seniors on this, the week of their graduation. Baccalaureate ceremonies will be held tomorrow, and the graduation will be on Friday at 7:15 p.m. Also, best of luck to the Colfax Vikings softball team as they head into WIA tournament play this week. Actually, for them, it'll be next week because they drew the number 3 seed. And so they draw a bye for Thursday's games. Now, tonight's Viking baseball game has been brought to you by H&H Plumbing, C&K Construction, Kyle's Market in Colfax, Dairy State Bank, American Yard Restoration of Colfax, Whitetail Golf, Midwest Environmental Consultants, Synergy Co-op in Colfax, Anderson Bridges, Pleasant Valley Properties, Slayton's Technology, the IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network, Menominee Eye and Optical, Logslet Plumbing, Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, and Transport Garage in Altoona. So be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking baseball on NLWN-TV. So for Amanda Lemler and Dan Petchow, this is Rick Olson. That final score once again is Vikings 6, Spring Valley Cardinals 4. You've been tuned to Viking Download on NLWN-TV.
You've been watching Viking Download with a talk about today's Colfax Viking baseball game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV.